Okay, we are recording. Okay, welcome everybody. You can see that I have multiple screens on me today because I'm experimenting with some features in Zoom in anticipation of the Idiot Quilters retreat in the next couple of weeks. And so how do we want to do this? Do we want to start with Alicia doing her demo, or do we want to do show and share first and then do the demo? What's everybody's preferences? Speak up.
I have a preference.
Nobody cares? Preference?
Nope, nobody cares.
No. Why don't we put Alicia right on first then? That okay with you, Alicia?
All right.
Okay, I'm going to spotlight you, and here we go.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I'm using first. These are Cosmic Shimmer Pixie Powders.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I
like
that
blue.
Okay.
They have something called mica in them, so they're going to give
nice
a shimmer.
Yeah.
And that's the purple. These can be used on anything porous as well as anything that's like acetate, which is what I'm going to show you guys today, but you have to use glue when you use the acetate so that you can bond it. But yeah, you can use them on fabrics and stuff too, t-shirts, whatever. This is what it looks like when it's dry. You see that? And it'll give you a different effect. So if you put it white behind it, you can see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
it almost looks like resin.
Yeah, I mean, you can do basically like a pour effect with it, or just spritzing as well. This is on a shimmer cardstock. Sorry if you guys are getting glare. And then this is what it would look like if you put it on a black.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yep. And they have, oh gosh, they have lots of colors. This isn't a new product. It's been around actually for quite a while, but they do have a bunch of new colors that are being released as well. And this is just a card that I made up really quick.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I didn't put any sentiment on it or anything because I just kind of like the way it was just as.
Yeah.
What are the stars?
Sentiment or whatever on the inside. Pardon?
How did you create the stars? Was that already on the acetate?
That's Tim Holt's Starry Night.
Hi.
Or Starry Sky or something like that. It's one of his newer ones.
Is it cut into the acetate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
that's cool.
To cut it through the acetate, you have to put another sheet underneath.
Okay.
To give it enough thickness or
so this is actually like this is backed onto white. So I adhered after I did the Pixie Powders and the glue. I adhered it to white cardstock and then I ran it through the cutter. And then I put this onto like a silver glitter pow. It's Basil Glitter Pow, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And then these stars are actually just 3 separate ones that come in the Tim Holtz one, but I just like them, so I threw them on there.
Cool.
I hope you saved all the star cutouts for use on another project.
I did, actually. Absolutely. Good. And so, put you guys down here so you can see. So I use it on here. It's just a cutting, like a baking dryer so that it dries easier. And I put the, what do you call it? Baking
parchment paper.
Thank you.
Parchment paper.
Yeah. And it gets a little messy, so it's perfect because I can just leave it and let it dry later because it does take time to dry. I just take my glue, pour it on. I like this handy dandy spreader. You can also just use your finger and go back and forth.
What kind of glue did you just use?
I just use Dry's Clear.
Oh, okay.
But you
Clear
can
glue.
use the other, whatchamacallit, shoot. I'm trying to think of the name. Or I'm doing half of this with the spreader and the other half with my finger.
The art glitter glue?
Yeah, this is the art glitter glue, but the Cosmic Shimmer, the one, it's their acrylic glue. It's called.
Oh, you don't have to. That's okay.
It's.
Can you use matte medium?
This one here.
Oh, good idea.
That's the other one you can use.
Okay.
Can you use the gel matte medium?
I haven't used the gel matte medium. I mean, anything that's a glue will work.
Yeah.
As long as it sticks to the acetate, it should work, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything that'll stick to the acetate. So you'll see with my finger, I get a little more coverage, and then with the spreader, I've got more that have got gaps.
Versamark ink might even work.
Versamark will work on acetate, but it does take quite a while to dry.
Okay.
Alicia, the acetate sheets, where did you get those from?
They're from Ecstasy, and I buy them in packs of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I picked up a pack at Carol's the other day.
Yeah.
Is it a special kind, like because it needs to take heat?
I'm not heating this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could probably get some from Staples.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
You can get any acetate.
Okay.
Honestly, sometimes you get like a pack of paper that's got the sheets of acetate on the front. You can use those.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can reuse them.
Yeah.
So I'm just tapping out some color here. You can poof it, like squeezing it like that, but you'll find you'll get more clumps. Whereas when you do this, you're getting it more spread out. And then we're going to activate it with water. So I've got my trusty spritzer.
So if this was paper, you would just put the powder on the paper and activate it with water, right?
Yeah, so I can show you that as well. So this one here is just on white cardstock.
Yeah, okay.
Right? You don't need to put glue down.
You spritz the water first, and then you put some of the powder, and then you can spritz some more.
So you don't need glue for that.
Pardon?
You don't need glue for doing it on paper.
You do not need glue when using porous surfaces.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, that's cool.
So depending on the effect that you want, will depend on how much water you throw on there. So I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want more of a marble effect, you can just pick it up and you can let it run.
Oh, that's cool. That's
right?
kind of like a water.
And then your glue will dry clear, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's neat.
So your glue will dry clear, so then it'll look like that.
You can blow it with a straw, like with the alcohol inks too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff you can do with these actually. My favorite's been the acetate so far, personally. Like I say, I use the die cut to do the star. You can use stencils with it. If you're using a stencil on the acetate, do use like an adhesive spray. So some people use the Pixie spray. You can also use, it's called Aleene's. And sorry, I'm gonna put this back up. You can use Aleene's and you just spray it onto the back of your stencil and then lay your stencil down, because if you don't partially adhere, it'll just run underneath, right?
Mm. Yeah.
And then you can,
And then you're just gonna let that dry?
so then I just let it dry. That's it.
Oh,
And how long is that?
Well, depending on how much water you put on it, right? And how thick you've put the
Okay.
glue on. So I just let mine sit overnight.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
wow.
That was very interesting.
That's cool.
I'm thinking you could carve patterns into the glue too, like sort of.
Yeah, like finger painting or.
Yeah, like yeah, for sure. You could, you know, take a toothpick and draw lines into it. You could, when this gets to a point where it's starting to dry, like you can see more of the clear spots, you can take like bubble wrap and place your bubble wrap over top and smush it and then tear it off, and it's going to give you that texture.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Now here's
That's nice.
speaking of that idea, what if you were to do what you just did there now, and then take a piece of cardstock and smoosh it down on top of it and pull it back up? It'd be like a monoprint
It would.
of sorts.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can do that as well. Same thing with the stencils, right? Like if you, just a sec, let me see. Give me 1 sec.
Actually, did everybody get a chance to look at the link that Alicia sent to the YouTube video from Ecstasy Crafts showing this product?
no, not
Not
yet.
yet, but I will.
I want to go first.
So Kaylee from Ecstasy Crafts was demonstrating. She did a lot more of the water effect. She didn't do the acetate version, but I'm just gonna grab this stencil here and I'm just gonna show you guys really quick.
Oh.
So now I recommend when you're doing it on the water, because if you spray one side, it starts to curl, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to spray this side real quick. And then I'm going to also spray this side.
Oh.
And I'm
Is
going
that watercolor paper or just cardstock?
It's just Nina.
Okay.
It's just Nina cardstock. So I'm going to grab some yellow and orange, something different. So I'm just going to throw some powder on here.
So wetting it was enough, like you didn't use Pixie spray on that one? Like to hold the
No,
stencil
not on
down?
cardstock, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some bleed through, which is fine. I didn't bring up the stuff. That's why I wasn't planning on doing this, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna make sure my spray is facing the right way. You can see that start to activate.
I like that yellow.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty.
Okay, so and that, and then grab another piece of cardstock here. And I'm gonna go right over top.
What nice background.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's very
Oh,
interesting.
I like that.
Right? And
I
then
like that.
I just pulled that off. Now this is probably not the best for design for this one, but for the negative, it shows off really well.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
that's
them
a nice
both, though.
background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
pretty neat, hey?
Yeah.
Now, if you were to take a piece of glass, like the inside of a cheap frame from like the dollar store, just the glass part,
Yeah.
And you do what you did without the glue though, just with a little bit of water and a little bit of those powders. I think you could do some mono printing on that. Or actually, you could do some mono printing probably if you put it on a jelly plate.
I was say you can just do it off a gel plate. Yeah.
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 Just thought of that. Now, Sarah,
Yeah.
they're very much like the Ken Oliver pigment
Yeah.
powders that he has, and
Yeah.
like Brushos,
Brushos?
which is a really
Brusho.
old. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
kind of
so
the same
Only
principle.
just shinier.
Sorry.
Are they just
Actually,
shinier?
Yeah, they're shinier than Brushos.
Yeah, so because and that's like they have like that glimmer in them, right? So when this like you can't really necessarily see it so well right now because it's wet, but once that's dry, like you can, I don't know if you can see that yellow picking up here.
Yeah.
Right, where you're gonna get that shimmer to it.
And then I
That's
guess
cool.
you could mix it up and put it in a spray bottle.
Exactly. So think of these as watercolor paints in powder
Yeah.
form. Right? So you can just add these into your little trays, add a little bit of water. The heavier you want the color to be, the thicker you're going to put this.
Yeah.
So you can take your paintbrush and swipe, dip it, swipe it, get a washed look. You want to fade in from lighter to darker, same thing, just add a little bit of
Nice.
water as you go.
Cool.
Cool.
Very nice, Alicia. Good job.
That's great. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So anybody have any more questions about this for Alicia before I take her off spotlight?
Well, if you put them on fabric, how do you set
How do
it?
you clean
so
it?
doesn't wash? Yeah.
How do you set it?
That
So
too.
that if you have to wash it, it doesn't wash out.
But you know what?
You know?
It's a really good question. I've not done
Google
it
it.
on fabric. I just know that you can.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I'll Google
Yeah.
it.
There's a
Yeah.
I would think it would be no different than maybe starching it to set it.
There's a product you can get in the art store at Curry's. I've used it before that'll change paints into fabric paints, and it's called GAC 900. And I'm wondering if you mix some of that with these, whether that would, how permanent it would make it. I mean, I don't think it would be any good. That stuff isn't even with acrylic paints. If you're going to be washing it regularly, it will fade as time goes by. But if you're making an art piece, it's not really going to be washed at all or that often, but you're making it with fabric, then I think it could be permanent.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, Stephen, there's that material too, where you can paint onto your shirts or whatever, and then you can put like a layer on top of it that gives you like that glossy finish.
Oh yeah, I've never used that.
Yeah. It's almost like an iron-on of some sort.
So that's another possibility then too, if you want it to be permanent on fabric. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I just remember it from being a kid. So I don't even know if it's, maybe they decided it's toxic and it's not around anymore.
Probably. That's probably. Too many two-headed kids out there,
Yeah. Well, while I'm spotlight, is it okay if I share my ATC with you guys?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Oh,
Wow.
That's really cool.
That's
Really
pretty.
nice.
Yeah. So the saying is, ring around the moon, rain will come
Come
soon.
soon. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Okay.
How did you do
Cool.
that?
I like the edges of your card. I like the edges.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
look curled in.
Actually, I've had a few like edgers before, but I recently got this one here, and it's a Nellie's Choice one. I absolutely love it. It works like a dream for doing this. And I just, like, I've got the bigger one with the longer handle, but I found I constantly was cutting like more into the paper than tearing the paper. So this one, I don't know what it is, but
paper,
pardon?
do you just put the paper in one of those slots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
all
I've
little
never seen
blades in them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tim
you
Holtz
just-
had
Oh,
one.
really?
Put that in like
Yeah.
that and
No
start
idea.
tearing. See?
Oh.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
And
Yeah, Tim
are
Holtz
they
had
different
one.
sizes?
Yes.
Is that why?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's to save you from using your scissors against it and cutting off your finger.
I do. I love this little Duda.
Yeah.
He's my new hero.
Yeah, toxic chemicals, cutting off our fingers, all for the sake of art. Okay. Anything else you want to show us, Alicia?
I've made a little bit more progress on my lady.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Like
Oh.
originally I showed you it was just the black and white, so
Yeah,
I
look at
started
that.
on
Yeah.
her a bit.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
That's amazing, Alicia. I love that
I
you've
like
added
the
jewels.
pearl necklace on her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Clutch the pearls.
Is that
Oh, yeah.
just texture
Love a pearl
paste?
necklace.
What was that?
I thought
I
there was
said,
a-
who doesn't love a pearl necklace?
Yeah, no, clutch the pearls.
Even that comment was especially for you.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of people that clutch the pearls in my circles. Oh, girl.
Oh, my.
Okay, thank you.
Alicia,
Oh, question.
Alicia, is that texture paste through a stencil? Or how did you do it?
Yes, it is. It's a texture paste through a stencil. Yeah, I'm not a draw.
Yeah, me
Stickman,
neither.
my specialty.
Stickman, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stickmen are easy.
Oh,
I
that
got
was
that.
really good.
Well, thank
Okay.
you guys for letting me share with you. It was a lot of fun.
Good
Yeah,
job,
well, thanks for
Alicia.
sharing that.
Because Kaylee does a wonderful job of showing a few other of the techniques. So I think you'll really like it.
Yeah, sounds
They
good.
look like fun.
Okay, so that takes us to our regular show and share. So, Joanne, you want to start?
Okay.
And I'll put you on
Um,
spotlight here. Where are you? Here you
okay.
go. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so I'll just show this. You were asking about the acetate sheets. So I got this at Class Act. There's 10 in a package, and they are 5 3/4 inch by 8 1/4 inch, and it's $5.29 for 10 sheets.
Are those the heat resistant ones?
Oh, I'm not sure. Would it say on there?
Yeah, it would say right on the
Probably
front.
say, yeah.
Okay, it doesn't say.
Oh,
on the
okay.
front,
So it's just standard acetate.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
What are you going to do with those, Joanne?
Sorry?
Sorry, which one were you
What are you
showing,
going to
Joanne?
do with those?
Oh,
One at a time. Pat.
What are you going to make with those?
Oh, I'm gonna try some alcohol inks on them.
oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And who else asked a question? Was it
Oh,
Anne?
was it this one here? The acetate you got?
Yes. No,
yeah.
yeah, but hers isn't heat resistant.
Oh, okay.
So there's two kinds. If you want the heat
Okay.
resistant, you got to make sure that that's what it says.
Yeah, it looks like the same brand,
Yeah.
but it's not heat resistant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I got the heat resistant. I do like it because, well, then I can heat up and speed up my dry time, and depending on what you're doing too, right?
You can do embossing on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can use the there's a heat gun tool. What do you call it? That you can do the fancy writing with and stuff like that. Steve and I were talking about it a few sessions before. It's a We Are Memory Keepers thing.
Good.
Okay.
Oil quill tool or something like that.
Yeah, the foil quill too.
The memory quill
Oh, okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever they call it. I haven't used mine that much. Okay, so anything else?
Yes, my ATC card for February, which is folk sayings.
Oh
Penny
my.
for your thoughts.
Nice.
So I still
Good
have
one.
some pennies left. So it's a good way to preserve them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Fun.
And I've been working on 2 journals. This one is to donate to the Cancer Support Center. I just have to decorate it on the inside, but I've got it all together.
Pretty.
Wow.
And then this one, again, I have to sew it together and decorate it. But we just had a new baby girl in our family, Kira.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, cute. That's adorable.
yeah, I did a baby journal for her.
Oh, that's lovely.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So
Beautiful.
let's go to Kristen. He's in the spotlight.
All right, I don't have much because I've been busy, but I got these new stencils from Pretty Pink Posh. And there are
pretty.
5 sets.
Oh, beautiful work.
They're a 5-set stencil. So you have 2 for the leaves and 3 for the flowers.
Perfect.
And you can layer them up. They do have registration marks on them, so you can line them up each time. You should really look for those the first time that you try it, and not like after the fact. But so you can do like all kinds of stuff through them. Like, I mean, you can do like I saw people put foil, like they did like the last layer of the leaves had foil, or they put texture paste on the last level or what have you. They have a few different kinds of them, and I may have just ordered more, but I think they're pretty.
May have.
So then I don't know if you could
look like watercolors.
Oh.
Well, that's the new Gina K inks, actually.
Yeah.
Well, not the new ones, but you know, they're new to me.
Yeah.
This one is Distress Ink, and this one is Gina K.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And
Really nice.
Sherry posted a video on doing her triple layer cards, and this was I did it backwards. I did it on colored cardstock instead of on the water. I mean,
That's
on the
pretty,
white.
though. I like that.
Yeah, it helps
Nice.
if you cut the panels right too.
Yes.
Very helpful. But
and then glue them down straight too.
That wasn't the problem. It was just cutting the panels. So yeah, that was fun. It wasn't difficult. Well, I would like to say it's not difficult, but apparently I was special when I was doing it. And that's all I got. I've been working on my room, and then my furniture came early than it was supposed to. So everything got thrown back in there, and I've been away, and well, not away, but out. So that's all I got.
Okay.
That's lovely, though.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Gina, you're in the spotlight.
Hi, everybody. Okay.
Hey, Gina.
ATC cards.
Oh, wow.
You read it? Or you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Saves 9.
A stitch in time saves 9.
Saves 9. Okay.
Yeah. Cross stitch. Oh, cute.
Excellent.
That's lovely.
Nice.
Had to get out my my eyes to see those little X's.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I cross stitched. Another thing, of course, you know I love my 3D toppers. This is a vintage rose, and it has a lot of sort of antique things. So,
okay.
I have that one.
I made this card. Now I haven't.
Oh, wow.
I'll put a sentiment on. I'll stamp a sentiment later. I don't know what I'm going to put on it, right? And then it'll go on there. But the little antique teacup, And then I did a girlfriend that I call a lot. So I like the phone.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I thought
Very
I
pretty.
I really like the streamline cards, of course, you can tell.
Mhm.
And then I've been purchasing things.
Good job, Gina.
Yay! Keep that economy going.
So
Oh, look at
Nice.
that.
I like Tim Holtz. I liked one of these. I didn't have a die that was large like this. So I really like it. There's
Pretty.
Ooh, nice.
that's
Yeah.
just cut out. But then I got adventurous and used, you know, the double-sided adhesive paper. And I got some of this Cosmic Shimmer flakes
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and the sponges. And it made
Ta-da!
Ooh,
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
Holy smoke.
ooh, that's very elegant looking.
Nice.
I thought it was
Wow. Beautiful,
gorgeous.
Gina.
Yeah.
And the sponge
Yeah.
just really puts it right in there really nicely.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
And I got this one. I haven't used it yet.
I have that one too.
I love
Yeah.
it. I think
Wow.
it'll be perfect.
I got the lion, the bunny, that guy, and the two people, and a
Lovely.
couple of the new flowers.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm.
The two people, is that the silhouette?
Yeah, it looks
With
like
the-
she could be Mary Poppins or something.
Yeah, I like that one too. And then I got the 3D typewriter.
I got that one too.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
wow.
Tried it yet?
it. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So that means Dana's stealing mine.
Comes
Yep.
out nice and thick.
You'll have to
That's
watch
cool.
it closely if you come to visit.
Leave it at home.
That's right.
It's just so rustic the way it comes
What
out.
did you use on that to get the metallic look?
I did use a little bit of metallic paint. So I did it on a tan colored, kind of a mushroom colored cardstock.
Okay.
And then I distressed it a bit with a brown. And then I took just put my finger in a little, I just daubed some metal paint
Okay.
and just kind of rubbed it on. And then the black soot was the last thing that went over the keys.
Oh, I thought the actual, like the letters were done in the black paper. That's cool.
No, it started out a tan paper. And then the last thing I did was just go over the raised area with the black soot, distress oxide.
That's cool. Do you think you
Nice.
could cut out
Very
the
nice.
individual letters to like make words with it?
Yes.
I've been
And
seeing a lot of people do that.
Good.
I
Yeah.
have too, seen them where they'll cut out the word love or whatever, or happy or whatever. You can just cut it out little, or even just use segments of it on a little tag. I just love it. It's just gorgeous.
Wow.
And then after last week showing you the book, I had to do a book Rolodex.
Yeah. I
You
still
knew I
want to do
was
one of those.
Good.
So, can you see
Holy
it?
smoke.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh,
it'll have the shelf, like I just put my little tin that Joanne got me and dropped a little flower on the shelf, but it's just the way it turns out. I stuck a bookmark on there, and you just put all your little tags in. I hung some keys on it and stuff. And this thing here just sticks in. I just made this out of one of the wooden,
Yeah.
those little wooden
oh,
forms.
wow.
Mhm.
And then I thought it doesn't have to stay there, but it can. I made little things that say each month out of Tim Holtz
Okay.
keys. And you just stick things in, like he's just in with a paper clip. Like and yeah, you just anyway, and then I put some stripping, which was just cloth stripping. And I
Like
actually
green ribbon.
these little things are just the little clips.
Brads?
Brass?
Yes, brats. I put the brats in the cloth and then I crazy glued the cloth. So it looks like they're tacked in, but they're not. They're just glued on, but they're metal pieces, right? Yeah, and then I kind of like...
Oh, and then you put little sides on. Yeah.
I did, which is cardboard. I did cardboard, and then I used some metallic paint, rubbed it on, and embossed.
Yeah.
That just holds...
Oh, it's really nice.
All over.
Together,
yeah, it holds together. Put a little bit of
oh my God.
The back. Yeah.
Nice.
That is really fantastic.
Yeah, it's just like a book. And it was very easy to do. I just folded all the pages in half while I was watching television. And then I just distressed the edges because the pages are pretty light as a rule, right? Each page is quite light. So I just distressed it a little. And then, yeah. Anyway, I had a lot of, and I think I can change it each month. I could put a different month in and put different tags in to make it seasonal, you know?
Wow.
And
that's gorgeous.
Cool. That's cool.
I'm dying to make one of those, but I don't have any books. I've got to go over to Value Village and pick up a couple of hardcover books.
Yeah, or you could even get them from Dollarama. I think people I've watched, they don't recommend that you use a really old book because the pages are too fragile.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's better to use a newer book with stronger pages.
I looked over at Dollarama the other day and all I could find was like books that had soft covers on them. I couldn't find any hard-covered books.
You know what?
Gina bought them all.
Yeah.
Sometimes the library has their discard and you can pick up a book for like $1.25 that's a hardcover.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Now another thing I noticed,
I got a lot.
Another thing I noticed was some people, they like their book to be full out like a fan, right? Where that book is standing up 45 degrees.
Yeah, I like that.
They like it full out. But what I noticed was when they're full out, then they like a soft cover because they can fold the cover under and you have less of a lip. Because when you have your book laid out, it takes up a lot of room on your table or your desk. So then they either cut off, they cut this part off here. But if it's a hard cover, that's hard to cut. So they'll get a soft cover, then they can cut it or they'll fold it back and then they'll fan it right out.
I like yours.
I like yours.
I like yours. On a shelf really well.
Yeah, yours almost looks like a roll top desk. I was just thinking you could add some of those boxes that have the little drawers in them underneath.
I know.
You could make it look like a roll top desk.
Or a cash register.
Yeah.
Typewriter.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Gina.
Yeah, you can make a typewriter with your new embossing folder and put the letters down on the bottom.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
Pat, you have a friend.
Go really nice across there.
Yes, this is Snoopy.
Yeah, absolutely. Or
he loves to be on Zoom.
A steampunk word processor.
Oh.
That's it.
That's so much potential here. I got to get myself some books.
You know, if you weren't into the grungy or steampunk, you could do that very almost shabby chic.
Yeah.
Leave the pages whitish color and put on really light things.
Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking that if I got a big book that's a hardcover, like, you know, one of those big like coffee table books or something, I could make it as a pattern holder.
You could.
Oh yeah.
And if you got some of the vintage patterns, you can often find those in places too. You know, it would look really cool.
That'd be nice.
There's just too many things we can do with these now. Next month's challenge, people.
There you go. It was fun. It was easy. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of videos out there to watch too.
And how long did it take you, Gina?
I don't think it took me too long. Maybe a week off and on. I don't do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, you've got to glue different things. So, you know, glue on the bottom, glue on the top, and let all that dry. Glue on these. And also, when I put the sides on, I took a hard cardboard and you kind of cut it with wings, and then you put the crazy glue I like, put it on the wings, and then you shove it in behind and on the bottom. And
Yeah.
you kind of got to clamp it, like maybe do one side at a time. And then also in the middle of this, to hold these wings, because they tend to want to go outwards. So I put a piece of cardboard, I slid a piece of cardboard down and glued it almost to stabilize these sides and pull the sides in.
Okay.
So there's one solid piece of cardboard just in the middle of the pages that has wings that glue onto the side.
Keep it
So
together.
they don't bow out,
Yeah.
you know, to try to keep it all together. And it's pretty solid. Like, you know, it doesn't fall apart. Otherwise, it's pretty floppy until you actually secure these. Or some people just take a ribbon or a piece of leather and actually attach it, and that holds it up too. But I liked it. I like this idea.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Makes it nice and sturdy.
Yeah.
Will you make another one?
I might make another one. I was thinking I might make a shabby chic one, like kind of with the lighter paper and I don't know, just the Victorian lighter colors.
Very nice.
That's cool.
And some people even do them with little wee notebooks too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a little mini one.
Yeah, a little mini one if you want to just stick in ephemera. You know what I'm trying to say.
Ephemera.
Ephemera?
Ephemera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Okay.
amazing.
So anything else, Gina, you want to share with us?
No,
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
pretty busy. I did a lot this month.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got us all inspired. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go to Darla. You're in the spotlight.
Now, how can I follow that? Yeah, everybody else is laughing, eh? Alicia, I wanted to thank you first off because I had 14 of those little containers of that stuff that you were using, and somebody gave them to me a couple of years ago because they were cleaning out their scrapbooking room, and I just kept them, but I had no idea what I was going to do with them. So thank you. So now I've got those to use. But there was also these. It was a glue.
Yes.
So I don't know whether is that something you use with that?
Yeah, so that's just an older bottle of it, but this here, I just have this small bottle, but it's the same thing, and it's an acrylic glue. I like this one because it has a brush on it, which is why I got it. So
You can do your nails.
pretty much, right? Like it's got a real fine brush on it.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing things like this fine stencil, then I could literally just paint that part of it, and anywhere that I get the mica, I can just wash off because it's not glued. Right?
Yeah.
And this was another thing too. What was that? That's colored. It was a colored ones. It's probably the same, I guess, is it? But it's just colored.
It looks like it's just an older version. But like I said, they've been around for years. They're not a new product, but they've Jamie Rogers just came out with a bunch of new colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was doing through the Art Barn, they offer some classes to once a month. So one of them was just playing around with some paint. So I did a couple pictures.
Pretty.
Pretty cool.
And then I did
Oh, nice.
this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
geez.
Did you do those freehand?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was just,
Good
I
work.
did it was only an hour long. So there were half an
Yeah.
hour for each. And you just had to move quick. And so I think it was Anne that was mentioned. Now, was that the book, Anne, that you showed?
No, I don't know that. I can't confess to that, but that looks interesting. I think that was Dana or somebody, wasn't it, who suggested this? No,
That can't be Dana.
Okay.
Oh, I don't remember who. What do you mean it can't be Dana?
That's not Dana's style.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't approved purchased.
To have approval, she didn't know about that one.
There's all kinds of
No, I don't know, but that looks interesting. Where'd you get that?
So this is at Chapters. I just got it. I got it yesterday. So they're in the bargain spot for $10.
Oh, wow.
And there's all kinds of things that you can do throughout it. So
Cool.
probably an exercise that you could do every day. But
Wow.
lots of blank spots too, like this one, you know, and it'll give you the title, tell you what to do, and then you can fill it in. So it's kind of all about yourself. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to do during, one of them was find and trigger your vision, tell your story, keeping a diary, and then creating a collection of things. Choose one of your memory items, and then telling your life what it's from, what's the story behind it. So I thought that might be kind of fun. This is really good. This is the Scrapbooker, the creative Scrapbooker. It just came out too. So this is out till the end of May. But the reason I like this particular monthly version was that there were all kinds of products in it. Like there was the glitter gel, Gina K Designs, mica mist sprays, alcohol ink blower. There was ThermaWeb deco foil, all kinds of things that you could, it showed what people have done with them. And it showed a lot of cards that were created. Some of those.
Great magazine, I love it.
brush pens and shimmer powders. So like I highly recommend that one. And then when I was at Michael's, and they had these that we use to do our journaling, and they were the smaller ones, and they were on for $5.
Oh,
wow.
That's
geez.
good price.
Yeah, and they had them in the black too. So,
Nice.
yeah, I thought that was a really good price on those.
Yeah.
And then I've been playing around in this book, the journaling. You've probably already seen that.
Yeah.
They're lots of fun too. So basically, that's all I've been doing. And then just playing around with. I've got some little some things to play around with, like
mini stencil.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Little stencils that I haven't done anything with these yet, so I'm going to try during the next month to try those. So
Cool.
That's all for me.
With your Pixie Powders that you just discovered.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's your challenge.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. One other thing that was in the Scrapbookers magazine was there was a whole section on COVID, like different layouts for quarantine, social distancing, graduations, birthday parades, haircuts, all that kind of thing. So if you were interested in doing a journal on COVID, I don't know whether I want to or not. I want to forget about it, but
it's history.
Okay.
That's it.
Even
okay. Thank you.
I forgot to mention something. Can I
Yep. Just let
sneak
me
in there?
Yeah, just a second here. I'll get you in here. Add spotlight. Remove spotlight.
It's been a year since we've been together.
I know.
Doing
May
it this
last
way,
year was the last time we were all together.
March.
Yeah, March. Yeah, same
March.
thing. Started with an M. There was an
one
A.
of those M months.
It was M-A. I got it close.
Who's ready for spring, Kristen?
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is I signed up to the Seth After class with the workshop.
Oh,
Yeah,
so did I.
those.
I figured Pat would, yeah. So that's all I wanted to say is I signed up to the Seth After
for
class.
what, Kristen?
No, like
There's the workshop is putting on with Seth After. They're doing on May 8th. They are doing I think it's a 2-hour like class.
Yeah.
It's an online class. Obviously, you get a kit, and he is going to be the teacher.
yeah.
So I don't know what
Just
it entails. I didn't watch the video. I just kind of signed up to it.
Yeah.
It didn't really tell you a whole lot on the video. It really
okay.
It's
What
all
what are they charging?
It's $70. It comes with a kit, and it's him.
Yeah.
And how do they get the kit to you? They send it in the mail or?
Well, they have Whitby pickups.
Oh yeah.
She has you can go to her house on Tuesdays, nights in Whitby and pick up.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do Whitby pickups.
Yeah. Because she's just near me actually.
She's at Garden in Roslyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not far away.
So that's where I pick up all my stuff. But I just wanted to point out, I figured Pat would be taking it.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
That was my point.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So let's go to Anne. I just have to find her up here. There's Anne. Or Luke. Luke, I'm not your father. Okay, Anne, you're in.
Not your mother either.
No, true.
So, Anne, you've been to your hair store.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to confess that I have done not a lot of creative things, but I have read a heck of a lot of trashy novels on Hoopla. Because what else are you going to do to get you through February? I don't know, probably 30 of them by now. They don't take very long. But anyway, I did manage to stir myself, and the March theme is weather sayings. So I thought, what am I going to do for that? And I remembered I had some grassy paper left over from when I did a scrapbook page for the kids' soccer. And I thought, well, I'll use that. So I found a weather saying that says, when the dew is on the grass, rain will never come to pass. So I just cut the background.
Oh,
in the
nice.
grass. And then I just took cardstock to randomly cut these shapes. And I don't know if you can see the spots.
Oh, yeah.
That is glossy accents. That's my dew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
And I have been, I made a sympathy card for Caroline, which I'm going to send off today. So
nice.
I have this great embossing folder, which
I own that one too.
I like it.
Oh,
It's just very simple. Then you can just write your message on the inside. It's nice. And then I thought, I got to start using up some of those background bits that we made sometime in the dim distant past that have been a pile. So I've made a couple cards with those, and one of them is with this stencil.
Nice.
Nice.
And I think it's a Tim Holtz stencil, but it couldn't be. It might be iCraft, I don't remember. And then just glued it down. Simple. And then this is a background that my granddaughter made when she was here last year for a while. And it's just with the oxide ink. And then I just die cut this thing in the front. And then I have this stamp set that I got from Sherry up at the workshop. It's got, today is the big word, and then there's a lot of little sayings that you can stamp and make it. I just put today on, and when I need to use it, I'll fill in whatever sentiment I need to make it. And then again, I just leave them blanks until I know what I'm going to use it for. And then I had to make a I didn't have to, but I thought, geez, I should have some thank you cards handy for people who do things for me once in a while. And so I just made this, I have this stamp, and then I just put some washi tape on it and some in the middle.
Nice.
And then another stamp. So, and then I can write a little message. And that's what I've been up to, apart from my trashy novels.
Who's the best trashy novel author you're reading right now?
Probably got a half-naked man with a woman in his arms on the cover, right?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Fabio.
They're all the same.
They're all the same, but you know what? It's great escapism. Let me see. One called The Angel. Turned out wasn't very much of an angel, but anyway. Turned out he was a priest with some rather interesting tastes.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I'll say on that.
All right.
Smut.
No good unless you got pictures. So, okay, thank you.
I have an imagination.
Yeah, okay. That's what we're afraid of. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Pat. You are in the spotlight.
Hey. Well, last month I have to thank all of you who shared your albums, because it really got me going. So, and Christian was kind enough to drop off 2 books which have been super helpful just to look at and get ideas. So I went down to Carol's store and bought a kit, and I've actually got started. I didn't want a scrapbook with you know, those shiny pages where you just drop in. I wanted to be able to touch and pull stuff out and feel. So I bought this kit. I'm just starting, but for I liked how Darla helped me. I never thought before, and I should have, because I used to be a project manager, to plan it. So I've started planning like the layout before I decorate it. And it's going to have a bunch of pullouts, but there is one section I've actually started because I know it's going to be about the fishing side of my brother. So I have some fish paper, and there's a pocket here where there'll just be pictures. But yeah, I've started, and I hope by next month I'll finish it, and I can't believe it. So that's cool. So I just want to really thank all of you again for sharing, because it got me going, and I just need to do it. So other than that, I've been doing my favorite thing, which are cards. And I know Alicia and Stephen saw a couple of these because I went to Chat. Is it Chat and Create on Tuesday or Wednesday? But
yeah, Craft and Chat.
But I'm going to show them. So
that's pretty.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Oh,
I love my flowers and watercolor. So during Craft and Chat, I made these ones.
Oh,
wow. Pretty.
I just stamped, and then it's it's some kind of penny black stamp that does this edging, and then I just tape it off because I like a clean border. It's just my fussy thing, and I just use my watercolor markers on these. Then I've had a die I bought down at Class Act probably a year ago now. I think it's from Waffle Flower or Waffle Crafts? But it's a flower outline die. And what I did was I grabbed some of my old backgrounds. And so I die cut the outline, but then I cut it again to get the inserts for the flower. So these are card fronts. They're not into cards yet. And I made a St. Patrick's Day card. Nice. And then I grabbed some of my old favorite penny black stamps and just
that's pretty. I like
some generic watercoloring. So
nice.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Great job, Pat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh,
okay. Anything else?
What watercolor markers do you use?
My favorite thing to watercolor with actually are my distress inks. But for these ones, I wanted a more intense color with the yellow. So I used my, I think it's called Zig.
Oh, Zig.
Oh, the Zig watercolor markers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I applied them right to the paper and I got the really intense yellow, which I don't feel I get when I use my diluted distress inks. I get more of a translucent, muted color with those.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just stamp and I gold emboss so that when I'm watercoloring, because I like doing, usually I do wet into wet, and the gold embossing, like the heat embossing, holds the color within the image without spreading all over. So, and it gives a nice sort of shiny tone too. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Very pretty.
So anything else, Pat?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay, well, thank you. And Dana, you are in the spotlight.
Hey, everybody. I've been working more on the baby album still. It's coming along, getting there. The kid's growing up fast, so they just keep sending me more pictures. But I finally got back to doing some of the ATCs to try and catch up. I skipped November last year, just couldn't wrap my brain around it. I had something in my head and just couldn't make it work. So I ended up doing, so this is my miss you / reflection.
Well,
so I did like a postcard. Wish we were all right there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a while before we can do that. And then my January one was watercolor. So I used watercolor paper and I watercolored all the background, and then it was a little bit boring. So then I actually ran it through an embossing folder, but I inked the raised part. And so that's actually sort of backwards because it's actually like indented in the card as opposed to raised. So that's the ink went into the little holes. Yeah, and then just a die over top. And then I got my February one for my folk saying, and it says pretty pleased with sugar on it. I don't know if you can see, but I used the foil for the pretty pleased with sugar on it. And that's printed on my laser printer. And then I ran it with the foil through my laminator.
Wow.
And I've been talking about doing that for a really long time. And I guess in my head thought it was going to be very, very difficult. Oh my goodness. It was the easiest thing ever. I was so pleased. I ran it just through my regular laser printer, and then just cut a piece of the iCraft Deco foil, just about the same size, and laid it over top, folded a piece of regular like printer paper, fold it in half and put the card inside, make sure my laminator was heated up, and run it through, and it came out and just literally rubbed like this, and it was like perfect. It adhered everywhere. It didn't skip. It didn't do anything. So I was really pleased with that. And then this
that opens up a whole world of stuff you could do.
It totally does. It totally does. And then this stuff
like
here,
digi stamps, all of that.
Yeah, I never even thought about digital stamps. Oh my goodness, yeah. This was actually a sentiment from a font I had from years ago when, what was that magazine? Creating Keepsakes, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's a CK font. So it's actually a font that each letter produces a different like saying. So yeah. And then this, I made the icing with, it's actually like, it's I forget what it's called, but it's to make snow. It's puffy. What, Alicia?
It's Cosmic Shimmer Puffy.
Shimmer Puffy. Yeah. So instead of making it snow, like I just heated it a little tiny bit and let it dry. If you heat it more, it will actually like bubble and look more like snow, but I just heated it a little bit and then let it dry. So, and then I actually put stickles over top to give the purple shimmer. And then the top layer has some beads with the purple shimmer as well. So cool. Yeah, it's called Fluffy Stuff. Fluffy Stuff, that's it. Thank you. Wow. Yes. So thank you for the ATC ideas. They keep me doing some little creative projects, which, it's just a nice size to sample a different technique and stuff. So I'm really enjoying that.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
That's good. Okay, great. So I got everybody except me, right? Okay. So I'm going to spotlight me, but I'm going to switch cameras here in a second. Start video. Okay, put me, where am I?
Oh, bugger.
Okay, where am I here? Oh, I guess I gotta, there I am. Okay, spotlight me. Okay, there we go. So I'm playing here with several cameras, as you can see, in preparation for the retreat, which I think, you know, I've told you I'm all filled up. I'm all sold out. I'm just trying to adjust things here. And sold out, it's free, so it doesn't matter. But I've been making a few things, but they are more towards my sewing and 3D printer. So I thought I'd share them with you. So I want to make some thank you gifts to the sponsors for the retreat. So I have created, this is called a mug rug. And this is done in the hoop on my embroidery machine. And I add it to, it says, it's hard to see it here on the camera. It says the Idiot Quilter. And then it's got the month and the year that we did this in. Wow. And along with that, I used my 3D printer and my sewing and embroidery skills, and I created these pin cushions.
Wow.
For them as well.
Giant thimbles.
Yep, exactly.
So
that's, yep,
cute.
giant thimbles.
Perfect.
And
Cool.
on a roll here with the embroidery machine, so I created this, one of the freestanding lace objects. This is a lighthouse.
Wow.
Wow.
And there is a little light in it, and it's on. It's a little tea light. It's actually, the batteries are starting to die on it. I've seen how long it would last for, but this little top just pops off and you drop another tea light into it if you want to light it up. Took a while to make, but I like doing these things, as you know. And now I wanted to create something using a combination of mixed media and my 3D printer. So do you remember on television, they used to have infomercials back in the 80s or whatever for Capita Monte figures, which were like those flowers and things like that, kind of gaudy. So I made that. And this is my flower bowl.
Wow.
And the flowers are plastic. I made the flowers, except for there's some, I interspersed some iCraft flowers in here to fill in the gaps. But the roses that are all here are made with the 3D printer. And I don't know if you can see it because I covered it up, but I started to paint them and I didn't like how I was painting them. So I did paint pouring on there. You can see the edge of this one, a little bit of the paint pouring. I just threw it over the top of them and that came out okay, but then I just kept going. But in the bottom part is 3D printed bowl, but it was a mistake. It wasn't the complete bowl. It only finished half of it and then something went terribly wrong. And I just threw it in my cast off box. I have a lot of cast off things for 3D printing. But then I thought, you know, what could I do that would be kind of cute? So this is actually an album box. The top comes off and there's a little circular album in it.
Oh.
Blank. So it's a hidden album. Or you could also put, you know, keys in here or little money or something secret that you want to hide. And no one will ever think to look in there.
No.
No, I told you all.
Nice.
So, now I do have a series of videos showing the steps in this as I made it. It's evolution, but that's going to go up on my vlog in a few weeks' time because I'm still working on my series on my fabric sculpture as well. So those have been some things I've been doing. And I was thinking when I'm going to switch cameras over here. So I'm looking at the front, turn this one off.
Stephen, how much 3D printing plastic are you going through?
Yeah.
Actually, you would be surprised how little you actually use at Spotlight.
And do you buy it in different colors?
Yep. And I've got quite a few of them.
I'm going to say you do, yeah.
They're not really pricey. Well, they are, but you get a lot. You get a 1 kilogram roll. So
Okay.
that's how they do it. They don't do it by length. They do it by kilograms. Runs you anywhere between $25 to $35 a roll, depending on the type that you buy, because I mostly print in what's called PLA, which is the most common form.
Okay.
But I just tried the other day on something I've never used before called PETG. It's a stronger filament, but I'll show you, it's very transparent. Where'd my bowl go? Oh, here it is. Okay, come back. So I've been printing these little, Walter's starting up some seeds so we can do our container garden again this year, but it's going to be bigger and better than last year. And so I was making him some little bowls or little seed pots to put the seeds in. Of course, I'm going to switch the camera over to the other side here, because then, okay, and go up here.
So how many thimbles could you use with the kilogram? Like your big
God, those, I still have tons of it left. And I've made 6 to date.
Oh, okay.
Replace spotlight. There I am. Okay. So yeah, you get quite a bit out of the roll. I have not been through a roll yet. And I have printed a lot of things.
You have printed a lot.
But this is called PETG. It is a little stronger, but this one I bought is a transparent kind of blue. So it's got this shimmer. And this was just an experiment to see what that would be like. I did it yesterday because you have to have different settings. It takes a little higher temperature for this and whatnot. But I really liked the color. I thought the color was really nice.
I like that. Yeah.
And there's ones you can get that look like wood, and there's ones you can get that look like marble. And yeah, so, you know, I'm still experimenting with it, but I love it. It's a toy. I love my toys, as you well know. So anyways, that's what I've been doing. Now, when Gina was showing her Rolodex, it got me thinking. I think I could make some brackets that you could fit on either end of the book. Like you'd put them at the back and underneath, so you wouldn't really see the brackets. But if you glued the covers to those brackets, like an L bracket kind of a thing, that would hold your book open too. So
that would.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about that. I just have to get a book so I can do this, which is kind of ironic because I was an English teacher and I used to have tons and tons of books. And then a few years ago, I did the Great Purge because I read everything electronically now on my e-reader. So I got rid of tons of books, and the ones that I still have laying around that have hardcovers, I don't like. My Complete Works of Shakespeare is not going to be made into a Rolodex.
No,
that's just sacrilege in my end of the world. Yeah,
there would be consequences, Stephen, if you did that.
Yes, there would be. Yes, there would be.
I would hunt you down.
Yeah, they hunt me down and shoot me. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what I've been up to. So, any new business or anything that anybody wants to discuss, bring up? Remember, we're being recorded at the moment, but no, everybody's okay.
Yeah.
Well, that means our next meeting is Sunday, April the 4th at our usual time of 1 p.m.
Is that not Easter Sunday?
Is that Easter Sunday?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do we want to move it then? I mean, has anybody got big Easter plans?
With COVID and all?
Yeah. So what, are we okay then with it?
Yeah. I won't be here, but that's okay. I can catch up and watch later.
Okay. So everybody else is okay?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
We'll leave it for April. What's that?
As far as I know.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I'll leave it then to April the 4th. It's just easier to remember anyways for that. Okay. So
I did see that, sorry, Stephen, I saw that Scrap Fest. I just saw a thing where Scrap Fest is going to have some kind of one-day virtual event in March.
Oh, yeah?
You know, they usually have their little, the get-togethers. And I just saw something. There's going to be something coming out next week, I think, for that.
Oh, I don't know if they're planning it for the March the 20th, because March the 20th is my thing, and that's also International Quilting Day.
Oh, I don't know when it is. So,
well, I don't care. It doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't affect me or my people on my retreat. They're already booked in.
I would let you know.
I don't care. Well, thank you for letting me know.
Okay.
Yeah, choices. Too many things to go for with that. Okay, so I will publish in the notes from this, as I usually do. I'll publish the link to the YouTube once I get it up there, and which will be after we get off of here, but it takes it a couple of hours to process. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. So
Joanne, do you remember what the ATC topic is for next month?
Weather sayings.
No, that was March.
Yeah, March.
This
Oh,
is March.
you want,
Family.
So what's April?
is April family, maybe?
Yeah.
Family, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
You're
We
right.
don't
have
Joanne,
family.
it's family.
Huh?
What if you don't have a family?
Make one
Everybody
up.
has a family. You got yourself.
Yeah, it is
Make
family.
one up.
Yeah. Make
Probably
an
better than-
imaginary family.
Probably the made up ones are better anyways.
Yeah. Probably.
Dog.
Whose dog is that? Is that your cat, Pat?
That's my son's
Yeah.
dog. My husband
That's
just
Snoopy, yeah.
Snoopy barking.
Okay,
Snoopy
April.
barking.
April is family.
Family. Okay. Thanks, Joanne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else anybody wants to share with us now?
Nope.
Or
I think
we're
that's
done?
I'll just show you
Yeah,
guys
it's
really
good.
quick because we started it. It's almost dry.
Oh,
Let me put that in the spotlight here so we can get a better look at it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You can
nice.
see it's already starting to clear up and get tacky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
Nice.
Wow.
So this would be a good point, you know, when you don't see this white and you can see that it's tacky, that if you want to do something like a bubble wrap or anything that's corrugated or anything that's going to give you texture, you know, a crumpled up piece of bag and splotch it. You can, there was something else I was going to mention and it just slipped my mind.
Okay.
It's important, it'll come back. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, great.
Great.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Thanks.
so I'm off to another hour and a half to do Stephen and Walter live. We're coming from a new location this afternoon. We've moved all around the house trying to find the most ideal setting for us. Today we're trying Walter's sewing room to see how it works
Ooh.
there. So anyways, okay guys, so we'll see everybody on April the 4th. And
Do you,
what's
do you
and
think you,
think I'll
sorry,
what?
do you think you might have any cancellations for March 20th?
I have had a couple come in, but of course what I'm doing is I'm going through the first come first serve on the list. So
Right.
down there could be a few more. I don't
Okay.
know. I haven't had a lot so far. I think to date I've had only about 3 cancellations, but as we get closer to the date and I set the deadline for canceling out for the 15th, which is a week from this Monday. So
Right.
yeah, so I'll, as soon as I get a spot, if I can get you in, then you'll be getting an email from me telling you you're in for that.
Okay, very good.
And I'm hoping
Thank
if
you.
this thing is successful, then
Good luck.
I'll be doing another one down the road. And I'm hoping then at that point in time, depending on how I can handle 90 people this time, I would like to up it to maybe 150 and see if that works. But
Wow.
we'll see.
Wow.
This is why I'm experimenting today with 3 different computers all on here as well, because it's going to be like, I feel like a
Man.
director for a television show. So, so anyways, okay, guys. So thanks a lot. And we'll see everybody. Oops, stop my video. How'd that happen? That's not what I wanted. Well,
It has a little friend there.
okay, that's what I wanted was that. Okay. See you all guys in a month. Have a good one.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.